Hey, it's Breeze here from the Treehouse, and today I wanted to talk about helping your child or young adult who has special needs learn healthy patterns of behavior or habits, right? First, before I start this, I don't want to forget. I do want to thank everybody for subscribing and liking my videos. And there's a real purpose for this, and I've decided to try to convince my son, who's now a young adult, to perhaps be on some of the videos with me, to give you a first-hand glimpse into how to work with and talk with your young adult who has special needs. And it does change, just like it changes from a child, the way we communicate with a child. It changes, our conversations change with a young adult. Some of them may be less comfortable for mom and for my son. I don't know, maybe they're uncomfortable for him too. But we have some conversations and they are just hilarious. He has a wonderful sense of humor. And I thought, wow, wouldn't it be great to give just a first-hand glimpse into having those conversations with him. So hopefully in the future I'll have some videos where he'll be joining me, and I hope that you all will please like and subscribe. And just to let you know this, so I am now monetized on YouTube, and I'm very thankful for that. And I have decided that the funds that I get from whatever videos are going, his big goal is to own his own home. And I believe he will get there in terms of being able to. Now, whether it's a home or it's a condo, we haven't decided on that, what's the best for him, because he does work a lot. And just like anybody who works a lot, you don't want to have to take care of a yard. Yesterday, I was exhausted. It's been raining here nonstop. And so for a couple of weeks, I haven't been able to take care of my yard. And so yesterday, thankfully, the rain had stopped enough. I do have tracks in my yard from the lawnmower, but I was able to get out there. But it took me all day, and I thought maybe this is God telling me that maybe it would be better for my son to have a condo or at least a townhouse where yard maintenance is taken care of, but beyond that, the exterior of his building, because all of those things are a lot to handle in addition to everyday life. So anyhow, so let's get to the video, or the topic at hand, rather. Okay, so my son is very much, as many children who have autism, a creature of behaviors, their patterns of behaviors. And we can either teach our child to have healthy patterns of behavior or unhealthy ones. And this goes for children without special needs as well as also. So one of the great patterns of behavior he has, sometimes I'm like, okay, I don't need a play-by-play, is he is a great communicator. And right now, for me, just here on a personal note, I'm trying to communicate with somebody and not getting a response, and I know, that just feels awful not to get that communication back and forth, because communication takes two people. So I'm so thankful to him that he is such a great communicator. Now he has stopped letting me know when he arrives at work. He used to tell, basically let me know I'm leaving for work, I've arrived at work, I've stopped at the gas station to get gas. But all of those are good things to communicate. Now, I've shared with him that I am able to know where he is by his iPhone, which is great for those of you that have a child, whether special needs or not. The phones now allow us to know where our child is at in case of an emergency. Let's say we can't get a hold of them and we need to know where they are. But anyhow, he's really great. So I'll give you an example. Like he'll say, Mom, we're out of chocolate syrup the other day. So I said, well, you know what? He said he's going to stop at Kroger. I said, well, I'll send you a picture of the brand to get, because I don't like getting the sugar-free ones, because a lot of times they have sucralose, which FYI is not good for you at all, as far as I know. And but I don't want him to have the high fructose syrup ones either. So there are brands out there. Hershey's has one, I think it's called Simple or Simply. And so I sent him a picture of it. Unfortunately, they didn't have it, but I was like, get this brand. So he'll call me, he'll let me know, what he's going to pick up. And that's great communication. He'll let me know when he's in the store, basically what aisle he's down in Kroger. But he's a great communicator. And I always tell him, your future wife is going to really appreciate that about you. So let's say sometimes you have a child that has an unhealthy behavior. Let's say they get into a store or restaurant and they're pitching a fit. They're acting out, and it causes you to have to leave. So the worst thing to do is to make sort of what is called idle threats. If you're going to do something, follow through on it. If you say, I need you to either sit down, or if you need to get up and walk around for a minute to calm yourself down, give them some choices. That's one of the really good techniques, is you don't want to take that control away. None of us like having control taken away from us. So give them, a sense of having control over what they choose to do, but make it within the realm of possibilities, things that will work, not something that's not going to work. Don't say either you sit down or we're going to leave. That's not a really good choice there. You want to set them up for success. So I would say, either you can sit down, or if you need to go walk around for a minute, you can walk over there and then come back and sit down when you're ready. Give them choices that both of you can live with. So, and then those will create patterns of behavior that are healthy patterns, things that will set them up for success. So, the things that you need them to do to be successful. And one of them is really being a good communicator is essential. So anyhow, I hope that's helpful to you, and I'm trying to think of, I know always after I get off these videos, I'm thinking like, oh, why didn't I think of that? Because I don't write things down. I just get on here and try to communicate what works. So, but give them choices again. Like, let's say this. Okay. Let's say that they always just want to go to McDonald's. So you wouldn't open them up to another restaurant by saying, okay, let's go to some fancy restaurant, let's say Chris Ruth's Steakhouse. You wouldn't open them up for a different scenario restaurant. Say maybe, well, let's try Burger King. And if you can get them to be open to that restaurant, that'll start opening them up to other choices. So because often the one thing that I notice happens with individuals that have autism, and a lot of us, we don't like change. Change is the most difficult thing for us as humans. In anything, in relationships, we stay in unhealthy relationships longer because we just are scared. We're terrified of that change. So a really good thing to do for any child, but with a child with special needs, is help them learn that change can be a good thing. And so my son has learned, he's done the Taco Bell's his new favorite, but he's done the Kentucky Fried Chicken. I think the first one was McDonald's. I got him to eat the chicken nuggets. And then once I was thrilled to death, try out different things at the same restaurant. So I got him to eat a cheeseburger. So just make those changes gradual and don't force it. That's a really key imperative. Let them, ask them, would you like this or would you like this? And then if they don't like it, there are things that my son just doesn't like. I remember as a child having to sit at the table forever, being told I needed to eat this liver, which I didn't eat. I put in my napkin, but I sat there probably half the night, trying to sneak it into my napkin so I wouldn't have to eat it. We all have foods that we like or don't like. So let them make some choices. Let them try it. Say, hey, you could try it if you don't like it. And maybe over time, they'll actually start to like that food. There's not much of anything. I don't think my son likes avocados, but there's so many foods now. At first, this was a young boy who at 4 years old, he would only drink Ensure. He wouldn't eat foods. He didn't like the sensory, the textures of the food, and so he was living off Ensure. Not so much now. This boy eats pretty much anything that's set in front of him. So, and that's by offering him choices and not forcing it, making it truly a choice of his, giving him the control. That is imperative to the success of anyone. but especially your child or young adult with special needs. I hope this is helpful. If it is, please like and subscribe. And I can't wait for a future video with my son. It's going to be exciting. We broached some serious young adult topics that we've had, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, when his responses. But there, he asked really good questions. He thinks about his responses, and I think they will be fun to watch. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I hope to see have you watch some future videos. Take care.